Hi guys, it's Cyndi, aka the Queen. Today I am doing part so we come out of that area and we haven't quite made it into Adventureland, but we noticed that the next parade that runs during the day is coming, and I hadn't actually had a chance to see that particular parade, and so we rushed over so that we could see the parade, and we got to see Bruno, and that was the first time I had seen Bruno, and yeah, I think we saw Maribel too. I'm not sure, but I think we did. So yeah, I'm telling you, by the end of the day, we had ridden everything that we wanted to ride. So by this point, everybody's like, well, I'm not really hungry, but I think I want some ice cream. So we actually left from watching the parade and went over to the ice cream shop. I don't know. I know this is strange, but I don't eat a lot of ice cream in the summertime. I tend to eat ice cream when it's not as hot. And so I wasn't really interested in eating some ice cream, and I still wanted to get a pretzel. And I knew that I could get one from Tomorrowland. So we went over to the ice cream shop first, and everybody got ice cream cones except for me.
Just didn't go in there.
What you get?
A scoop of mint chocolate chip. Thank you.
You want to keep it?
No, you can have it.
And then my girlfriend walked over with me to Tomorrowland so that I could get my pretzel. I got the stuffed pretzel. I guess I missed the memo that the stuffed pretzel wasn't like savory, that it was kind of sweet, but it wasn't sweet in the sense of where it wasn't like a Miss Annie's pretzel. It didn't have like that cinnamon and sugar. It was just a pretzel with cream cheese on the inside, but the pretzel was sweet without having any sugar. I'll just say that was probably the most disappointing thing on the whole trip for me as far as food was concerned. And so after we did that, I didn't even finish eating the pretzel. That's how much I really didn't care for it. I think the next time I would rather get the pretzel with the cheese dip, just the plain pretzel. And so we said, okay, now it's time to go over to Adventureland because it's definitely open and there's a couple of things that we'd like to do over there. So we made it over to Adventureland. I want to say we even went in the Hall of Presidents that particular day. I'm not sure, but I think we might have. And then we went on the Jungle Cruise. We went on the Pirates of the Caribbean, and it was starting to get dark around that time. And so as it started to get later, we realized, okay, at some point, we're going to have to find another good spot so that we can see these fireworks to end our day. And I think that's kind of when it hit me that the next day I was going to be going home. About to say goodbye to my favorite place in the whole wide world. It's been a great trip though. I cannot complain. We've had a marvelous time. I guess it's time to go home.
My car's right behind me. I'm put that package for some firework viewing. Fireworks do start at 8:30 tonight. 8:30.
I'm one of those people that when I go to Disney World, everybody else is ready to go home. I am never ready to come home. I would live at Disney World if I could afford it. Or at least live in Orlando and go to Disney World every day. That's how bad I had it. So we went back out towards Main Street, and once again we found a really decent spot. Now I will say this, to this day I do not like the hustle and bustle of people trying to get those good spots, and then when the street is filled with people waiting for the fireworks to start, it just gets crazy. You have the people who are trying to leave, you have the people who are trying to find a seat, and then those poor babies who are trying to see, want to be able to see the fireworks. And then sometimes people are just rude. That's the only thing I'm gonna say about that. And we had a lot of people. We were like on the edge of the sidewalk, and so we had a spot where we should have been just fine. But it was just amazing how people would just kind of try to push you out of the way so that they could get in front of you. And please, people, don't get in front of babies. Don't get in front of the children. They're the ones who are too small to see anything. So, so I, even though I know that people don't like when parents put the children on their shoulders, and because then, you can't really see. Let's just say, people, be kind to each other. Oh my goodness. Just be kind to each other. So we had found our spot. We were not going to move, but as more and more people inched, we were being inched in closer to each other. And I was like, yeah, this is why I usually don't stay on Main Street for the fireworks. I tend to go near to the train station so I can get out. But I really wanted to see the fireworks a little closer. I knew I didn't want to be right there on top of the castle. And one of the things is because I really wanted to see all the lights and things on the different buildings. And so we just hunkered down until it was time for us to do that.
Você não assiste. Aí deixa ele assistir ao vivo.
Our journey comes to an end, but yours continues. Grab hold of one and make them come true. For you need to unlock your own potential. Now go, let your dreams guide you. Reach out and find your happily ever after.
And it was beautiful, as it always is. It's beautiful fireworks. I will say that Wish is still my favorite fireworks of all times. And so, Wishes. Some of you probably don't even know anything about Wishes. So anyway, happily ever after I do like, but Wishes will always be my favorite. So we watched the fireworks together, and then it was time to say goodbye. It was time to say goodbye to our friends. It was time to say goodbye to Magic Kingdom, and it was time to say goodbye to this Walt Disney World trip. Alright guys, it's a wrap. We spent our last day in Magic Kingdom, and then we're headed out, and we're headed home tomorrow. Thanks for coming along. Take care, guys. I have to say, every part of this trip was worth it. It was worth it. I had a great time. Ending the trip with a full day at Magic Kingdom with my friends, with my daughter, celebrating her 39th birthday. It was worth it all. And I cannot wait to go back again. I don't know when I'll be going back again, but I will be going back again. Yeah, it was just a great trip. So we kept saying we need to say goodbye, but we weren't going to say goodbye until we left the park. And my girlfriend's daughter doesn't live far from the parks, and so she had texted and said she was on her way to pick them up, so they were going to have to go to the Ticket and Transportation Center for her to pick them up. And so we finally said our goodbyes.
Crowded in here.
Yeah.
past compliment.
Oh, you did?
Yes. Went out of her way.
And my daughter and I was like, well, I guess we need to go back to the room and get ready to pack up because we had an early flight in the morning. Why did we, in our crazy selves, after being out all day long, decide, because we had not made it there at all on this trip, decided we wanted to go to Disney Springs before Disney Springs closed? We really just wanted to go to the Disney store. I think she was looking for something specific, and I had wanted to go to Disney Springs, and it hadn't been in the cards, and so I said, yeah, sure. It took us forever to get to Disney Springs because I think we ended up going over to one of the hotels. I think we went over to the Poly to catch a bus because there wasn't a direct bus from Magic Kingdom to Disney Springs. So you had to go to a resort. I'm thinking now it might have been better for us to have picked a different resort. I don't know what was going on, but like it took forever for a bus to come to the Poly. And people talk about the buses at the All Stars. I've never waited as long as I waited that night for a bus. And so we were like, we're still going to go, even though we only have like a little bit of time. So a bus finally came. We got down to Disney Springs. We went into the Disney store. I saw absolutely nothing in the Disney store that I wanted to have. I was like, wow. Because I had a little money still left on my Disney card. And so we walked around the Disney store for a little bit. We didn't really walk around anywhere else. That's another thing on my bucket list for the next time I go is resorts and Disney Springs. And so, yeah, our last night we went to Disney Springs. I did get to see the artwork that was on the walls as we were headed back to our bus. Which is funny because it was something that was on my checklist of things to do while I was there. And I got to see all the beautiful artwork, all the diverse artwork that was on the wall. So that actually made the trip worth it to me to kind of see that. And then we went out to where the bus stations are, and we were going to the All-Star Music Resort, but there were other people waiting for a different resort. And so what they ended up doing was putting a lot of us on the same bus. And I want to say we were one of the first ones that they let off. And so that was the end of the night. We went back to the room. We got our stuff packed up as much as possible because we knew we had to get, ready to go to the airport the next morning, and that Mears was going to be picking us up. And then, so I do have a travel day home video that you will get to see. And yeah, it was just a great day, best day ever, because we spent it with our friends who were like family, who surprised me to spend a couple of days with us. And so that is the end of my Walt Disney World trip vlogs, with the exception of Travel Day Home. And then I have a couple of extra videos that you'll see somewhere in here. And so guys, I hope that you like this video. Please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? And if you'd like to know when the next videos will come out, I'm hoping to go back next year. Then all you have to do is hit that little notification bell below. So until I see you the next time, guys, have a blessed day. Bye.
You said about the grass. I don't know where that's at. It's right in front of the house. Let's go. Although you're wait, are you?